Hi, Royal Ones. This is Miss Gigi coming at you again with another juicy episode. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about what a woman brings to the table. Proverbs 31 woman. You need to recognize your wife when you see her. This woman has a relationship with God. We know this woman, she does her husband good and not evil. She's loyal. Even though she's accomplished, she still submits to her husband. Degrees are useless in a relationship, but they are great for business. She knows that she will not lack anything good because she works just as well as her husband because they're business partners. She understands her husband and children's needs, and she makes sure that they have the very best and look their very best. She invests a portion of their earnings to build generational wealth for their family. She is a woman of charity. Now listen, a woman cannot submit to a man if he cannot control his life and submit to God. A lot of women are rough around the edges because we had to play both roles, men and women. All right. Let's get straight into it. Who could find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. Translation. She has a very kind heart, gentle nature. She's a good character. You cannot buy her love and her loyalty. She is not for sale. The heart of her husband safely trusts her. He can rely on her not to do anything, illegal behind his back to make money, to make an honest living. And she's not out here, prostituting her body when she's married, sleeping around with men. She ain't doing that. He trusts her to do good and not to steal his money or spend the money foolishly. That's why she invests the money. He can rely on her to help him if he needs her to. She will not let him down. So there is no lack of gain. Translation. She manages the money very well, and he has no desire to chase another woman because her money is not manipulated by a man, but it is blessed by God. She does him good and not evil. Translation. This woman builds up her husband. She speaks life into him. She does the things that she needs to do to please her husband's desires and needs. He has no desire for another woman. She seeks wool and flax. Translation. She buys good clothes and shoes and good quality products for her family. She works with her hands. She's a woman of industry. She's not afraid of work. She is like merchant ships. She brings food from afar. She goes near and far to buy food for her family. Wherever it is she need to go to do for her family, she'll do it. She also rises by 8 yet at night to provide food for her family. Not only does she buy the food, but she cooks the food too. When she gets off work, when she gets done from running her business, she also cooks the same food for her husband and her children. And a portion for her maid servant. She gives food for her maid too, who hired to help her. The reason why she has a maid is because if she gets too busy with her work, that she can't stop and go provide and cook and clean her house, she has her maid there to go and help her clean her house and make sure her house is clean for her children and her husband. She considers a field and she buys it from her profits. And she plants a vineyard. So she's a woman, she's an investor. She owns real estate. Whatever it is she needs to do, she invests her money wisely. She girds herself with strength. She prepares her body and her mind to work every day. She perceives that her merchandise is good. Translation. Whatever she buys and invests in, it is she uses her wisdom to make sound, wise judgments in regards to her business deals and her household. Her lamp does not go out by night. Translation. She's working at night. She's working whether it was part-time or full-time. She works at night as well as she works during the day. She watches over her business and investment deals. She stretches out her hand to the distaff. Translation. She has time to offer herself to help others and her family. Her hand holds the spindle. She works for her to provide for herself and her family needs. She extends her hand to the poor. She's a woman of charity. She reaches out to the needy. Food, clothes, shelter. She probably has her own nonprofit. She probably is sitting on the board of a nonprofit. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all of her house is clothed in scarlet. This woman is a very, very intelligent woman. Proverbs 31 woman, she already knew that was going to come. She already knew that need was going to come about. So she already prepared for it. She already done prayed about it. Lord, prepare me and my family for the next season, month to month. I know next month is coming up. I know Junior got need money for soccer practice. I know that my husband got to have this. She already done prayed over it. She already done put that in the hands of the Lord. She makes tapestry for herself. Translation, she done decorated her home, her furniture, ornaments for her home, and jewelry, the pictures around the house, and she done decorated it, making the house a home for that man when he comes home from work. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. She is very smart and capable of work. She buys nice clothing for herself, and she's a woman of elegant class and dress. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. Everybody know who her husband is. That's that businessman from around the corner. He's known in the community for the work that he's done. Ain't nobody second guessing who she's married to. Ain't nobody second guessing that's his wife. That's her. Everybody is clear. Everybody is clear who her husband is and and he's very proud of her. Everyone is very proud of their business. They do business with them. That's why everybody knows them in the community. They do good business with integrity. She makes linen and sells them. She's a very industrious woman. She has multiple businesses and she provides an income for her family and supplies sashes for the merchants. She could be trusted to run a business with her husband. She is a wife and an entrepreneur. They are both business partners. Strength and honor are her clothing. She's a woman of dignity. She does work with honor. She doesn't shortchange somebody, cheat them on cheat them on a deal or something like that. Nah. And she does not fear. She trusts in the Lord. Whenever there are life-changing moments, she securely trusts in the Lord. And she rejoiced in time to come. Translation. So when she will rejoice in time to come, meaning business slows down, times get hard, they might be needing something, but she's not gonna stress over it. She's gonna trust in the Lord to fight her battle. She's gonna trust in the Lord to provide the needs of her family. She ain't even gonna doubt or hesitate. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the law of kindness. She gives good advice to the women in the community and the women of church, and she reminds them about having a godly character and being a woman of a great faith. She gives effective instructions, and she has a good reputation, and she is teachable, and she controls her mouth. She plans ahead. She carefully chooses her friends. She seeks wise counsel. She is a prayer warrior for her family and church members. She watches over the ways of her household. What does this mean? She sees what is needed, and she helps and she buys it. Instead of sometimes we'll wait and say, I ask hubby to buy it when he comes home. No, this woman will provide the need. She'll go out and buy it herself because she has her own money. And she keeps them all busy and productive. She makes sure every member of her household is busy and productive. They're not out there. The kids ain't out there getting in trouble, doing something crazy. All of them are probably helping her with the business, helping her and her husband. She does not eat the bread of idleness. She does not avoid work, and she carefully considers the activities of her life. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Wherever you see her children, they say, how your mama doing? My mama blessed. I am so proud of my mama. Wherever they go, they say that she's blessed, and she is blessed by God. Her husband also. My dad, he doing good. He blessed. He blessed by God. They're equally proud of their parents. And he praises her. The Proverbs 31 man, he praises his woman. She may be more intelligent, than her husband. She may have more education, but he is proud of his wife. He speaks well about her. He praises her for her achievements, her good character, for her honesty of being a wife and a mother and an entrepreneur. He admires his wife for her contributions to the business. He builds up her self-esteem and her confidence. He is thankful for what she's doing. Her contributions are appreciated. He tells her, I'm proud of you. What you're doing is making a difference. You are a great example to the other women in the community and the women in the church. He buys her flowers and cards and other gifts. He reminds her that she is loved. He compliments her daily and tells her she's beautiful. That is how a Proverbs 31 man treats his wife. Okay. Many daughters have done well, but you excel them all. This means that she displays a level of excellence that is rare, and she is not the average woman. He gives his wife words of encouragement. He pours into her. He takes pride. That means she takes pride in everything that she does, and she does it well and with integrity. And this woman is full of wisdom. He loves her for that. She fulfills her duties and her responsibilities. Whatever it is I ask you to do, you always do it. And you don't complain, and you don't whine, you don't nag. You just do it, babe. Thank you. I love that about you. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. What he means by this is her heart is good. Her intentions for her family is good. She's a God-fearing woman. She is focused not on her beauty, but she's focused on how to be an asset to her family and not a liability. And she does not get her husband off track. She doesn't spend the money foolishly, but he praises her for the works that she does. And the fact that she does the right thing, Give her the fruit of her hands and let her own works praise her at the gates. Give this woman the praises that is due to her. Her accomplishments should be known rather than the man taking credit for building up the family's business and building the family's wealth. Praise her for her good works, her good deeds. God gave her an area of responsibility to take care of a certain portion. This is when it says that a man finds a helpmeet. This is her area of her responsibility, and she does that work, and she does it well. She does what needs to be done. Buying, trading, investing, planning, taking care of the maids, serving the community, caring for the poor, providing for the family, including her husband's needs, buying food, preparing the food for her family, everything that they need from month to month, all while keeping herself healthy, strong, and beautiful in arrangement, and praying. Not forget to go into church and praying, keeping her family covered and clothed in the word of God. All right, royal ones, this is what a woman is supposed to bring to the table this is what a woman's supposed to bring to the table. If you can think of anything else that needs to be added, meet me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for listening to this message. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. Love, hugs, and kisses. Bye.